Thank you for having me. By the way, it's an honor. And very different kind of security that I will talk about. And it's all written here. So if you can all just read it through. No, now just a disclaimer I have to show, which pretty much means that anything that I say can change. That's all. But the key part here is I'm Bhavna Singh. I'm CTO at Okta, leading Auth0 product, and really excited to be here today to talk about a different kind of security that is very important. And there's no argument, of course, as you think about it, AI is the biggest platform shift since internet. Many argue that, and many argue against it, which they say that it's bigger than the internet. Regardless of the argument, I think we all understand that AI space is certainly bringing a huge transformation. As we think about it, we are talking about many innovations that AI is bringing and talking and changing in the space of medical, in the space of finance, in the space of retail. But as we think about these innovations and conversations that we are having, there is a struggle. We are talking about AI evolution, and certainly it's happening very, very fast. But the adoption is absolutely not happening at that speed. And what is causing that? Certainly, trust is in the way that we call, which is a speed bump to that. And big part of trust, of course, is how we think about security. So when we talk about many news breaks, which is talking about data leak or infrastructure being vulnerable, or someone leaked account information to externally, those are all the things that is coming in the way, top of mind of the consumer, eroding that trust, which again is in the way of adoption of AI. So when we think about these issues, we are looking at Okta as to how do we drive this trust and adoption, because as we think about identity and we think about security, we see that as something prominently we should be looking into. So just to give you another example, as we think about AI agents and the growth of AI agents, we think of AI agent as a very AI as an identity in itself. So we talk about human for many years. Okta has been 16 years old now. For many years, we looked at identity for human, and we covered all types of identity and existence of human and everything that they do. But now we are looking at AI and AI agents as another form of identity. And we want to cover that as we think about it, because a lot of things that these agents are doing and solving is an extension of users. So how do we think about addressing and bringing that into the fold? And the other big aspect of you look at when you look at the AI agent is when they have to work with all these systems that Fawad just called out, systems that you will hear in every talk today, or data sources. All of these work or things that AI agents are doing needs access. These are privileged access because they are reaching out to your account and making decisions based on your account data. They are connecting with the data that, of your private users and privacy data, and they're doing something with that data for your users. So these are all the use cases that is creating a very privileged access for AI agent. And when you have very privileged access for anything, that's when you have to start thinking about definitely security. I'll give you a very recent, it happened 2 months back, of a very popular restaurant chain. And what happened is they rolled out an AI solution that sat on their site. And what it did was it helped job applicants understand the job positions and help them apply for the jobs. So it will ask questions of the applicants, they will give that information, it will make the application process simple. The attackers tricked this agent. Of course, it was unintentional. They didn't want to roll such an agent out, but the attackers tricked this agent for this AI agent to give them the password of the admin account that in the back end that it was connected to. Do you want to guess what the password was? That's a password. And I understand you all must be thinking, oh, how silly of the administrator that he gave such a simple password, and that's the issue. But that's really not the issue. Because had it have some special characters or whatever else, the issue is that the agent revealed the password. That is the core issue. And the agent revealed the password, one, because it had access to it, uncontrolled access, standing access, and it got tricked into revealing that password. So any complexity wouldn't have changed the game here, and that is the problem when it comes to agent and overprivileged access, which we are at Okta are looking to solve and address through identity security. So when we think about, and of course at Okta, we think about identity security so much that we call it that AI security is identity security, which certainly, if I would explain, when we think about human access and human authentication and controls, if you extend that to the AI agents, that's the layer one of putting the right controls in. Of course, there are other kinds of security capability that you might want to then go for, but that's the level one, as you said, foundational. So when we talk about AI security, we talk about three steps, you can say, or three ways. Number one, how do we bring identity security when you are building AI applications, AI agents, AI capability? So number one is building. Number two is once you have these AI capabilities in your environment, how are you managing it? The life cycle management of those agents. And number three certainly is standards, which is a key part. So as part of, I will just go into very briefly in each one of this because it's a short Tim time. So number one, building AI agents, secure AI agent applications securely. After speaking to hundreds of organizations, leaders, as well as building engineers, we identified four key, you can say, requirements or patterns that we see in AI agent applications that is needed on the side of, as we think of about identity. So I'll quickly call it out. Number one, authentication. You need to authenticate your AI agent. Application, agents, agentic capability, whatever that is. Because if you're giving access to or control to this agent, you need to know, one, that it's the right agent, and you need to certainly keep unauthorized one out, right? So authentication is number one. Number two is secure API calls, and this works two ways. One, you want to make sure that your AI agent that is authorized to, let's say, reach out your employee database is the right agent. It's authorized to take that access. And also, the ones who shouldn't have access should not get that access. This is a new attack surface, right? AI agent, the whole agent to agent calls, it's a new attack surface. So that's why this secure API calls are super, super key. Number three, async auditable interactions. Why? Think about a use case where an agent is looking for a great vacation based on my personal interests. It found a great vacation for me after searching for 5 days because, I don't know, Costco just rolled out a vacation plan. But before booking it, it needs to get my quick approval. It cannot do that, and I cannot give it standing access and privilege to my account all the time. So very just in time, quick check. That's what the third one here is. And the last one, of course, is very well understood, which is fine-grained authorization to data. This is a very acute problem in the AI space, which we are solving with this capability. So what we rolled out very recently is Auth0 for AI agents. It's a platform that covers all of these four capabilities and makes sure that it is all available for you out of the box. So that's number one. Number two here is certainly now that you have built these agents, maybe you're buying some of these agents, you're bringing it in your environment. What are they doing? Where are they? What kind of access and who's controlling and setting those access? So that is the key part of managing aspect of it, which is visibility. You need to know where are these agents, where are they sitting, discoverability aspect of it. Number two, control. Your IT team, your admin team should be setting the right controls and configuring them so that they only do what you are allowing or letting them do. And lastly, governance, the full life cycle management of it, because this whole excitement of AI can very quickly sprawl in, and you'll have, I don't know, thousands of AI agents, and who knows what they're doing. So the governance aspect is super duper key as we look into this space. And then the third aspect is we are actively leaning into standardization and integrations. And this is super key. A lot of times, somewhat overlooked, I would say, and I would love to see this group kind of leaning in this space, primarily because if your identity capabilities do not understand and speak the same language of integrations, and multiple applications are not able to understand and speak the same standardized language, you miss out, one, on that growth and adoption speed, but also now you have gaps which you are not aware of, and on how it's affecting your system and setup. So standards are super key to make sure that all of these capabilities are visible. um, where are we leaning in? We are leaning in model context protocol, of course, MCP and agent to agent. And the other open protocol that we are also leaning in is called cross-app access. Basically, MCP and agent to agent are primarily helping with the security capabilities of defining some of those for agent interaction. And cross-app access helps take identity context across agents as they are talking to each other. So I would love this group to lean in and help understand these standards and protocols and help the industry define it and making it better. So with that, let me bring it all together and say, if you're building AI agents, AI applications, build it securely. If you are bringing and buying AI agents and AI solutions, bring in the right capability to help govern it and manage it. And lastly, help us drive this AI journey in the right way by leaning into standards and protocols, because they set us in the right way for the future. No matter what, as we are all in this AI journey, because I bet you're here because you're all interested in this conversation, it's super key that we run this course without hurdle. And we need all of us to kind of play a role in that. So thank you so much for the conversation, and really enjoyed the conversation.